February the 7th, 2024, a precision strike in Baghdad. In mere seconds, a vehicle carrying a senior commander of Kataib Hezbollah and 2 guards erupts in flames. The attack is surgical, executed without putting American troops in harm's way. Within hours, the Pentagon confirms the target was eliminated. The entire operation was conducted from thousands of miles away by operators sitting in climate-controlled rooms in Nevada, watching through high-definition screens as their MQ-9 Reaper drone delivered its payload. This is modern warfare, but how exactly does this work? How can the US military conduct such precise operations from the other side of the planet? The answer lies in one of the most sophisticated military installations ever created, the US drone base. You've probably heard about drones, those unmanned aircraft that can loiter in the sky for hours. But what you might not know is the massive infrastructure that makes these operations possible. The US military operates a vast network of drone bases across the globe, with over 60 installations spanning from the deserts of Niger to the mountains of Afghanistan. And they're technological marvels that represent the cutting edge of military capability. So, let me take you inside one of these bases. Let's go to a sprawling complex in the middle of the desert, surrounded by layers of security that would make Fort Knox jealous. At its heart sits the crown jewel of America's drone fleet, the MQ-9 Reaper. This isn't your average drone. The Reaper is what military experts call a hunter-killer platform. Imagine an aircraft that stretches 36 feet long, about the length of a school bus, with a wingspan of 66 feet. But unlike traditional military aircraft, this one doesn't need a pilot in the cockpit. Instead, it's powered by a 900-horsepower turboprop engine that can keep it in the air for over 24 hours straight. That's like flying from New York to Los Angeles, conducting operations there, and flying back, all without needing to refuel. And that's not all. Look at its brain. The aircraft carries something called a multispectral targeting system. Think of it as the most sophisticated set of eyes you can imagine. It combines an infrared sensor, a color TV camera, a special camera that can see in low light, and laser systems that can designate targets with incredible precision. All of these imaging systems can work separately or be combined into a single video feed, giving operators a view of the battlefield that would have seemed impossible just a few decades ago. When it comes to firepower, the Reaper lives up to its name. It can deliver up to 8 laser-guided missiles, specifically the AGM-114 Hellfire, which can punch through armored vehicles or hit individual targets with minimal collateral damage. But it's not just missiles. The Reaper can also carry various types of smart bombs, from the classic Paveway 2 to the more advanced Joint Direct Attack munitions. This variety allows operators to choose exactly the right weapon for each mission. The Reaper is so versatile that it can switch roles mid-flight. One moment, it might be conducting surveillance over a suspected terrorist camp. The next, it could be providing close air support for troops in combat, and later, it might be coordinating a search and rescue mission. It can operate at altitudes up to 50,000 feet, that's nearly twice as high as commercial airliners fly, making it virtually invisible from the ground. Hey, before we dive deeper into how these incredible bases actually work, take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep making these videos, and plus, you'll never miss out on our upcoming deep dives. Alright, let's get back into it. The Reaper is impressive, but it's just one part of an incredibly complex system. These bases are divided into distinct zones, each playing a specific role in the mission. At the heart of it all sits the airfield, but don't ever think that this is a typical airport. These are massive concrete runways stretching over 9,000 feet long, designed to handle everything from the nimble Reaper drones to heavy transport aircraft that keep the base supplied. The runways are built to military-grade specifications with special reinforced surfaces that can withstand extreme desert heat and constant operations. Around these runways, you'll find a network of taxiways and hardened aircraft shelters. These shelters are engineered marvels themselves, thick concrete structures designed to protect the multi-million-dollar drones from both weather and potential attacks. Each shelter houses maintenance bays where teams of technicians work around the clock, running pre-flight checks, performing repairs, and ensuring every drone is mission-ready. But if you're looking for real action, let's shift gears to the Ground Control Stations, or GCS. These are where the pilots and sensor operators work their magic. These fortified buildings house the nerve center of drone operations. Inside, the environment shifts dramatically from the hot, dusty airfield to a cool, quiet space, filled with the soft hum of powerful computers and communication equipment. Think of a GCS as a mission control for drone operations. Inside these facilities, you'll find rows of stations that look like something out of a high-tech gaming setup. Each station has multiple screens showing real-time video feeds, aircraft telemetry, weather data, and missile information. The pilots use specialized controls that mimic traditional aircraft controls, while sensor operators manage the sophisticated systems and weapons. Remember that strike in Baghdad? The pilot who conducted it might never have set foot in Iraq. Thanks to something called remote split operations, these bases operate in a unique way. The actual takeoff and landing of the drone might be handled by a crew at a forward operating base near the target area. But once the drone is airborne, control is handed off to operators back in the United States. This handoff is made possible by a complex network of satellite communications. Each drone base has massive satellite dishes that can transmit and receive enormous amounts of data in real time. These systems are so sophisticated that a pilot in Nevada can control a drone flying over the Middle East with less than a second of delay. It's like playing a video game, except the consequences are very real. But operating these bases isn't simple. A single 24-hour drone mission requires around 400 to 500 personnel. Think about that for a moment. For every drone you see in the sky, there are hundreds of people working behind the scenes to keep it there. First, you've got your flight crews. Each drone needs a pilot and a sensor operator working in shifts. For a 24-hour mission, you're looking at least 3 complete crews rotating through that single aircraft. The pilot handles the flight controls and mission planning, while the sensor operator manages the sophisticated camera systems and weapons targeting. These aren't your typical pilots. They're specifically trained to operate aircraft from thousands of miles away, dealing with unique challenges like slight communication delays and operating without physical feedback from the aircraft. Then there's the maintenance team, probably the largest group on the base. These are specialized technicians divided into different specialties. Some focus on the airframe and engine, others handle the complex electronic systems, and another group maintains the communication equipment. Before each flight, teams perform detailed inspections that can take hours. After the mission, they do it all again. The intelligence section is like a small city unto itself. You've got imagery analysts who spend hours studying video feeds in darkened rooms, looking for patterns and identifying targets. There are signals intelligence specialists monitoring electronic communications and geospatial experts creating detailed maps of mission areas. These teams work in shifts, providing round-the-clock analysis and support. Communication specialists are the invisible thread that hold everything together. They maintain the complex satellite links that allow pilots in Nevada to fly drones over Afghanistan. These are experts in military-grade encryption and satellite communications. Without them, the whole operation grounds to a halt. Then, mission planners and coordinators work in their own section, scheduling flights, coordinating with other military units, and making sure each mission has the resources it needs. They're constantly juggling priorities, weather conditions, and maintenance schedules to keep operations running smoothly. Even the security team is specialized. Beyond the regular military police, you have cybersecurity experts protecting networks from attacks, physical security teams patrolling the perimeter, and specialists who handle the secure storage of classified information. The scale of these operations is staggering. Let me put some numbers on this for you. As of 2024, the US military operates over 7,000 drones of various types. But these aren't all flying from the same place. The US maintains approximately 60 military bases around the globe that support drone operations. We're talking about 13 dedicated drone bases spread across strategic locations. From the scorching desert deserts of Niger to the mountains of Afghanistan, and even smaller islands like the Seychelles in the Indian Ocean, like for example, the Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti. This base started as a small 88-acre outpost and has grown into a 600-acre powerhouse that serves as a hub for operations across East Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. Or look at the Niger Air Base 201, a $110 million installation that can cover surveillance operations across the entire Sahel region. Then there's the Tchibeli Airfield, also in Djibouti, which has become essential for missions in Somalia and Yemen. The largest of these bases can handle multiple combat air patrols simultaneously. That means several Reapers can be in the air at once, each conducting different missions. One might be doing surveillance over suspected terrorist camps, while another provides overwatch for ground troops, and a third monitors potential threats in a different area entirely. Each of these missions generates terabytes of data that need to be processed, analyzed, and stored. We're talking about more information flowing through these bases in a single day than the entire internet handled in a year back in the 1990s. Of course, this is absolutely not cheap. A single Reaper drone costs around $56.5 million when you include all the ground control equipment. Add in the cost of building and maintaining the bases, training personnel, and operating the aircraft, and you're looking at billions of dollars invested in this technology. The Baghdad strike? It's just one example of how these bases operate every day, around the clock, across the globe. From conducting surveillance missions to providing close air support for troops on the ground, from tracking terrorist leaders to monitoring potential threats, these facilities never sleep. If you found this look inside America's drone operations interesting, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.